Never Kiss Your Ex's Brother by Susie Hart. Chapter 1. Sophie. The umbrella snaps inside out, soaking me instantly as I fumble with the bakery's ancient lock. Aunt Jean. Gone. The thought still hits like a sucker punch. Her laugh, her flour-dusted hands, the way she guided mine through kneading dough. Now, just memories. The key finally twists with a satisfying click as the door swings open. That unmistakable scent, sugar, yeast, cinnamon, home, wraps around me like one of Aunt June's hugs. My eyes sting, and it's not from the rain. She left it to me. The bakery where I spent every summer, every school break, the place that shaped me more than any marketing degree ever could. Tomorrow's just a formality, the reading of the will. But the family lawyer had called with the basics. I'm about to step inside when a shadow materializes, blocking my path. Tall, broad-shouldered, the hood of his jacket pulled up against the downpour. "Sorry, we're closed." My voice comes out stronger than I feel. Actually, we're closed indefinitely. I hate how brittle my voice sounds, like one wrong word might crack it completely. This was supposed to be mine and Aunt June's future, not this. The figure reaches up, pushes back the hood, and my world tilts sideways. "Sophie." My breath catches. I know that voice. Muscles coil tight like they used to when I saw his name on my phone screen. Even now, my body remembers the betrayal before my brain does. Lightning flashes, illuminating his face for a split second. Derek, my ex, who cheated on me and humiliated me in high school. "What are you doing here?" I clutch the keys tighter, metal edges biting into my palm. He steps forward, rain plastering his dark hair to his forehead. "Same as you, I imagine." That couldn't be right. Aunt June would never leave him the bakery. The thought spirals through my mind like a pinwheel, dizzying and bright. He steps closer, eyes dark with intensity, rain blurring his face like a shroud. "I told myself if I ever saw you again, I'd finally say it. I've always loved you." My pulse skitters. This man, who shattered my trust, is standing in front of me with a look that says he means every word. Part of me wants to scream, to shove him away, but another, quieter part, the part that's still wounded and yearning, whispers, "What if he's sorry? What if he means it?" This is a bad idea, a terrible idea, but the ache in my chest is louder than logic, whispering, "Let yourself believe, just for a second." My hands find their way to his face. Warmth radiates from him, despite the cold droplets pelting down. I press my lips to his, my heart pounding like a drum in my chest, only to feel the shock of the moment echo in every corner of my mind. This isn't Derek. This kiss doesn't feel familiar. The posture, the hesitation, the way he looks at me. It's not the cocky boy who broke my heart. It's someone else. Maybe he has changed. I pull back, breathless, and a rush of anger swells within me. Derek cheated on me. He humiliated me in front of everyone I knew. He doesn't deserve a kiss. I slap him, sharp and fast. His head jerks, eyes wide. "Are you out of your mind?" I hiss, fury sparkling in my eyes. He straightens up, rubbing his cheek where my palm met skin. "Sophie." "Don't." My voice is sharper than I intended, but I can't help it. "You don't get to come back after all these years and throw that at me." He opens his mouth, but shuts it again, jaw working. There's something off, an edge I don't remember. "You think just because you've changed, or maybe because it's convenient, you can sweep back into my life?" My words cut through the air as cold as the rain soaking through my clothes. "Well, think again." I bolt into the bakery, heart racing, anger and humiliation swirling inside me like a storm. The door slams behind me, echoing in the quiet space. The warm scent of cinnamon and sugar wraps around me, a bittersweet reminder of everything I've lost. I wipe my cheeks with the back of my hand, trying to decipher whether the wetness is from the rain or tears. I glance around the bakery. The chalkboard menu is slightly tilted on the wall, just like my thoughts. The display case stands empty, awaiting fresh pastries, yet all I can see are memories etched in flour and frosting. Aunt June's laughter still lingers in the air, as if she's here, shaking her head at my chaos. I move behind the counter, fingers trailing along its surface, feeling every groove and dent like they're pieces of my heart left behind. My own voice echoes in my mind, echoes from the unexpected meeting by the door. Just because you've changed. I shake my head, pushing those thoughts away. This isn't about him. It's about me, reclaiming what's mine. Aunt June built this place on love and trust. Something Derek shattered with his betrayal. I can't let him waltz back into my life as if nothing happened. The law office smells of leather and dust. Sunlight filters through half-drawn blinds, creating stripes across the polished floor. My reflection in the glass windows looks haunted. Mascara slightly smudged despite my best efforts. Hair hastily twisted into a knot. "Miss Martin," a receptionist waves me forward. "They're waiting for you." They? My stomach knots as I follow her clicking heels down a corridor lined with framed diplomas. The door swings open to reveal a conference room with a long mahogany table. At its head sits Mr. Abernathy, Aunt June's lawyer, papers arranged in perfect stacks before him. His silver-rimmed glasses catch the light as he looks up. But it's the other person in the room who makes my coffee nearly slip from my grasp. Him. Again. Looking far too put together in a navy button-down, his dark hair combed back, no trace of last night's rain-soaked confrontation. What's he doing here? The words escape before I can stop them. Mr. Abernathy's eyebrows lift. "Caleb Langford is a beneficiary, Miss Martin. Please, have a seat." The name hits me like a physical blow. Not Derek. His twin brother, Caleb? My breath catches, confusion churning with a rising wave of guilt and dread. I kissed Caleb? I slapped Caleb. Heat crawls up my neck as the full horror sets in. How could I have not seen it? How could I have mistaken him for his brother? Oh, what a mess. The pieces click together with sickening clarity. Last night, in the rain, I kissed and then slapped the wrong Langford brother. Caleb's eyes meet mine, a muscle twitching in his jaw, humor dancing in his eyes. "I believe you two know each other?" Mr. Abernathy asks, oblivious to the tension crackling between us. "High school," Caleb offers flatly, rubbing his cheek unconsciously. I slide into a chair as far from him as possible, mortification burning through me. "It's been a while." Mr. Abernathy adjusts his glasses. "Well, this should make things easier. As you both know, June Holloway was a remarkable woman, with very specific wishes regarding her estate." I grip my coffee tighter, forcing myself to focus on the lawyer's words instead of the memory of Caleb's lips against mine. "The bakery and attached apartment are to be jointly owned by you both." Mr. Abernathy continues, "with a stipulation that neither party may sell their share for 1 year, during which time you must both live in the apartment and operate the business together." My stomach flips. Live with him? Open the bakery with the man I just mistook for my ex and kissed? The absurdity and horror of it nearly knocks the breath from my lungs. Aunt June, what were you thinking? The coffee cup crumples in my hand, sending lukewarm liquid spilling across my fingers. She wants us to what? Chapter 2. Caleb. I drum my fingers on the steering wheel, engine idling as rain patters against the windshield. The wipers squeak across the glass, matching the rhythm of my scattered thoughts. My jaw barely twinges anymore. But the memory of Sophie's palm connecting with my face, that still burns. It wasn't just pain, it was humiliation, the kind that settles in your chest and makes your ribs feel tight. She mistook me for my brother. That kind of thing used to happen all the time. Thankfully, it has happened much less in recent years. But that kiss, her lips warm and soft for a heartbeat, before her eyes widened and she jerked back. And of course, she slapped me after that. Totally deserved it. The words escape in a quiet laugh. The kiss replays in my mind like game footage I can't stop analyzing. The way she stepped into my space. Determination in every movement. Her fingers finding my face, pulling me to her. That split second when everything aligned perfectly, before reality crashed back in. But she thought I was Derek, my twin brother. My chest tightens at the thought. I take plenty of hits as a goalie. Pucks to the chest, shoulders slamming into posts, but nothing quite matches the gut punch of having a woman you've loved since high school kiss you while thinking you're someone else. Especially when that someone else is your jerk of a brother. I close my eyes, forehead resting against the steering wheel, the vinyl cool against my skin. The rain's eased up, just a mist now, leaving the windows streaked and the parking lot shining like glass. Through the windshield, the bakery sign stares back at me in faded pink letters. Second Rise Bakery. Aunt June always said it looked homey. Right now, it just looks like trouble. But that could just be because I know Sophie's in there, and mad at me still. I remember the last time I saw June standing beneath the bakery sign, handing me a box of leftovers and telling me with a wink, "Hockey is the second best thing that ever happened to you, if you don't screw it up." My throat tightens at the memory. Second best, because Sophie and her aunt were the best thing to ever happen to me. This is fine, I mutter to myself. This is totally fine. Even when I say it, I know the truth. It's not fine. I'm about to move into a bakery with the girl I recently kissed, and definitely got slapped by. And oh, did I mention she thought I was my brother? The one who broke her heart. Yeah, I just can't get over that. The Second Rise's fading sign creaks in the wind. Letters weathered but still proud against the brick facade. Aunt June's cursive signature swoops beneath them, a ghost of her presence watching over everything. "You're both too stubborn for your own good," she used to say, usually while sliding an extra cinnamon roll onto my plate. But things will work out, you'll see. My phone buzzes. Another message from Derek. Third one today. I silence it without looking. Whatever scheme he's cooking up, I don't want to know about it. The physical sting might be gone, but everything else? That's still raw, still real, still complicated. But I've never been one to back down from confrontation. Not on the ice, not in life, and definitely not when it comes to Sophie Martin. I reach over to the passenger seat, grab my duffel bag, and the box of protein bars I picked up from the gas station on the way. Some guys show up with wine. I show up with protein bars and unresolved feelings. Yippee! Slamming the door shut behind me, I square my shoulders. Just move in, keep your head down, be professional. It's only a year. Aunt June wanted this. And Sophie, well, Sophie's got every reason to hate me right now. But that doesn't mean I'll let this whole thing crash and burn. I owe June more than that. I trudge toward the back entrance, my boots splashing in the shallow puddle near the curb. The door sticks like it always does, and I have to shoulder it open. The smell hits me instantly. For a second, I'm 17 again, leaning on the bakery counter after hockey practice, while Sophie pulls a tray of rolls from the oven, laughing at some joke I made. The scent clung to her sweaters back then. It's stupid how fast a smell can pull you under. Cinnamon, sugar, vanilla, yeast. I hesitate for half a second, holding the door half open with my body. Here we go. I step inside, juggling the duffel bag and the box of protein bars as quietly as I can. The hallway is dim, light filtering in from the front windows, just enough to cast long, soft-edged shadows on the bakery floor. Somewhere upstairs, I catch the muffled sound of voices, maybe the TV or a podcast. I keep my head down and aim straight for the staircase. Keep it low-key, I remind myself. Maybe I'll make it to the apartment without. A blur of motion hits me dead in the chest with a soft, smeary splat. What the? I stagger back, nearly dropping my stuff. Something sticky and warm slides down my chest. I look down to see frosting smearing my hoodie. A cinnamon roll? Of course it's a cinnamon roll. Sophie stands 10 feet away, arms folded across her chest, her glare sharp enough to cut glass. Her hair is pulled back in a messy bun, and her cheek dusted with flour like war paint. "You don't get to show up like nothing happened," she says, voice low and vibrating slightly. I wipe at the icing slowly, trying to find words that don't sound like a bad punchline. Was kinda hoping for a hello. "Really?" she snaps. "That's your opener?" I look down at the cinnamon roll carnage on the floor. Better than pastry assault. She doesn't even blink. I shift my things to one arm and raise my free hand. Look, I'm not here to make this harder. Believe me, I'd rather crawl into a hole right now, but I'm here because June wanted me to be. This was her plan. "You think throwing that in my face makes it better?" she shoots back. "You think Aunt June would be happy watching you sneak in here like some guilty thief with your box of sad gym snacks?" She motions at my protein bars like they personally offended her. I almost laugh. Almost. They're high protein, actually. Her eyes narrow, and for a second, I swear she's going to launch another pastry at me. "Sophie, I didn't come here to fight," I say softer now. "I'm just trying to do what June asked. You think I want this? Living with someone who can't stand the sight of me?" She doesn't answer. No response. The moment stretches. She looks away first, muttering something I can't catch. Her posture deflates a little. Not forgiveness, but maybe she's too tired to argue right now. Then she walks out, letting the kitchen door swing shut like a slammed book. Yeah, this is going to be fun. Everything in the apartment feels off. I glance around and spot one of June's old cardigans draped over the back of a chair, soft and faded, like she'd stepped out and would be back any minute. That cardigan went with her everywhere. Her version of armor. I brush my fingers over the fabric, and the ache in my chest sharpens. I grab the cinnamon roll with a napkin and chuck it in the trash, then pick up my duffel and finally trudge up the narrow stairs toward the apartment. The wood creaks under my boots. I feel like a trespasser in a place that used to feel like home. The apartment door is cracked open. I hesitate just a second before nudging it wider. The space still smells like lemon cleaner and cinnamon, but the air feels different, emptier. I set my duffel down by the coat rack, my gaze snagging on the framed photo by the entry table. It's one I haven't seen in years. June, in her flower-dusted apron, arms around Sophie at some old town festival. She must have been 16. Sophie looks so young, with freckles across her nose. I blink, and it's like the memory punches me in the gut. That girl trusted me. Or at least, she trusted my brother. My stomach growls. I drop the protein bars on the counter in the apartment's kitchen with a thud. I should probably find my room and unpack, or shower, or disappear into the floorboards for a while. But instead, I just lean against the kitchen island and pull open my protein bars. Downstairs, I can hear Sophie banging cabinet doors. No words, no clattering pans, just sharp slams like she's punishing the cabinetry. It's weirdly comforting. At least she's not aiming anything at me. "June, you really set us up, didn't you?" I glance at the small two-person table. June used to sit there, sipping tea with her kind smile. We'd talk about the Storm's playoff chances and how much she hated fondant. Her eyes always sparkled when she talked about Sophie. Maybe mine, too. I run a hand through my hair and let out a low breath. This isn't just awkward. It's complicated. Sophie's not just mad. She's hurt. And I might be the reason why. I pick up my things and head to the tiny bedroom off the hall, tossing my duffel onto the bed. Then I sit on the edge, elbows on knees, staring at the floor like it might give me answers. From downstairs, I hear a crash, followed by Sophie's voice, muffled and angry. "Just so you know, I'm still mad at you." Welcome home, Caleb. If you enjoyed this reading, please follow, subscribe, or give a thumbs up. Your support means everything to me. Full audiobooks are available for free on My Secret Obsession podcast, found on iHeart, Apple, Amazon, and Spotify. Until we meet again, goodbye and happy reading.